what is it an effective way to teach the student to shallow the club in transition, right? Or what are some good cues? If you were to keep the backswing alone in this particular example, how can the student shallow the club from here? What would they have to do? In theory, there is the wrist angle that he does have. It looks a little on the cup side, so I agree with you. The wrist is an option that you can play with.
Yeah.
But in theory, because his hands are so high and because the club's effectively already very shallow, isn't it always kind of going to be a little difficult for him to keep the club in that shallow of a position?
Yeah.
So wouldn't an easier answer actually be change his backswing from here and he can shallow the
Yeah.
club?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll notice that more than half of the time, the golfer's backswing makes it very, very difficult to shallow the club, which is naturally why they're not going to do it. Because the easiest way, I'm not saying it's the most effective, the easiest way for him to shallow the club from here is by doing exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Just back out of the shot and lose your posture.
Yeah.
It shallows the club. Did it not actually keep the club somewhat kind of inside the hands or down the line of the hands? It's not like the club's out here. It could have been
No.
out here. It's not.
Right.
Why isn't it? Because he's really extending. So the best way to think about it in this scenario is what are some effective cues to shallow the club? Here's how I look at that question. Okay. What are the most effective ways to shallow the club? Well, either his backswing looks pretty good and you can tackle the transition itself, or the backswing sucks and it's way easier to just change the backswing to make it work.
Yeah.
And in this case, the backswing, in my opinion, sucks. And if you change it, you can get him to shallow the club pretty damn easily. And it makes life for you a lot easier.
Yeah.
Anytime you can do a backswing change over a downswing one, that's typically a much easier approach, only because, in my experience, the backswing is so much easier to feel. You're not actually hitting the ball with the backswing. You can slow it down and rehearse it and get into a position you're satisfied with, and then try to recreate that with speed. But like trying to do something super different with the hands, arms, and wrists in transition, like with a timing component of it, is not easy.